Section 2. You will hear a public information session for residents about upcoming changes to the city's transport system. Choose the correct answer, A, B, or C. Now you have some time to look at questions 11 to 15. Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 15.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for attending this public information session. I'm speaking on behalf of the City Transport Authority. Over the next few months, a number of changes will be introduced across the public transport network. Tonight's session has been organized to explain the reasons behind those changes and to answer some of the questions that residents have raised during the consultation process. Before discussing the specific adjustments, I'd like to explain why the review was carried out in the first place. Many people assumed that the review was connected to budget reductions. While financial efficiency was considered, the primary reason was actually a significant shift in travel behavior over the past decade. Data collected from ticketing systems showed that commuting patterns have changed considerably, particularly since more people now work flexible schedules or travel between suburban areas rather than directly into the city center. As a result, some routes that were once heavily used have experienced declining passenger numbers, while others have become increasingly overcrowded. Following the review, several modifications have been approved. One of the most frequently discussed proposals concerned Route 16. Early consultation documents suggested reducing services during off-peak periods. However, after population forecasts for the Northern District were updated, planners reached a different conclusion. Route 16 will now continue operating throughout the day and will be extended to serve a large housing development currently under construction beyond Northgate. Another topic that generated considerable feedback involved the proposed stop at Riverside Park. The original draft included a new stop near the western entrance to the park. However, further passenger surveys indicated that expected usage levels would not justify the additional journey time imposed on existing passengers. Consequently, the stop was removed from the final version of the plan. Several residents also asked about the city's new transport application, which will be launched shortly before the network changes take effect. Although the app will eventually include additional features, its most important function during the initial phase will be providing live service information. Users will be able to receive immediate notifications regarding delays, diversions, and temporary disruptions, allowing them to adjust their journeys more efficiently. Printed timetables will still be available, but transport officials expect many passengers to rely increasingly on digital information. Finally, I'd like to address preparations for the transition period. The revised network will become operational on the first Monday of next month. Before that date, residents are encouraged to obtain the updated route maps, which will be available both online and at major transport interchanges. Familiarizing yourself with the new network beforehand should help minimize confusion during the first few weeks. Thank you for your attention. We will now move on to questions from the audience.